Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Mignon Cobra and I make minimalist videos. So today's video is going to be the art of letting go. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's get it, let's go! Woo. First I just want to address the elephant in the room. Yes, this is my treadmill, guys. Usually I have to move this out of the way before I start filming, but I was like, okay, y'all know that I'm a gym rat, so why am I trying to hide this? This baby is the one that gives me my sexy bod, so I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, so yeah, today I'm going to be talking about 12 things that can help you or helped me or whatever related to the art of letting go. So this is kind of one of the things that I've been practicing now that I've become a full minimalist, self-proclaimed full minimalist. Yeah, that was one of the things that I wasn't practicing before when I was just being a practical minimalist. So I thought, why not share this with you guys? Maybe it'll help somebody out because it would have helped me. I mean, I knew these things, they were out there. I'd read them a bajillion times because I was pretty obsessed with minimalism. I read all these articles. But I guess in my own way, that's where I was before, is how far I got in terms of when I went from a hoarder to being a practical minimalist. That's how I use the tools, and now I'm at a stage where I'm ready to move on to the next step, and that's the art of letting go. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into it. Number one, in terms of the art of letting go, a spiritual side, there's kind of it's making that transition from using minimalism and just being in the realm of physical and material things to kind of moving into a spiritual side of things. So I don't mean in a religious sense, but I just mean kind of in a Zen kind of I can meditate now, I'm ready to meditate, I want to meditate, I want to be in touch with myself and nature, kind of Zen spiritual side. You know, I'm still on a journey, guys. I'm not really clear or really good at explaining these things, but I mean, in terms of letting go of material stuff, I've just kind of stopped putting an emphasis on material things and now just kind of going with the more spiritual aspect, being more free, being more kind of I don't know, in touch with the nothing, you know, the void, the universe, I guess if you want to put it that way. Once I got in touch with that, you know, when I would wake up at 6 in the morning and go for a run, and there's that quietness and the beauty of it, I was like, this is nice. And that's kind of what I feel is me being in touch with my spiritual side when I wake up early in the morning and I go for a run. So once I started doing that, I was kind of you know what, material stuff doesn't make me as happy as that stuff does. So I think I'm ready to let go, you know, let go of material stuff, or lusting after material stuff, or putting emphasis on material stuff. Okay, number two, enjoying simplicity. So while I was in Taiwan, I really enjoyed not having stuff, not having a lot of stuff, because it's Will's mom's house, not my house, so it's not the same as my dorm room where I have everything. So it was I was just enjoying having bare minimum stuff, of my own things, and I was like, wow, this is really nice. This is really, really nice. And I never really noticed it before. I think that this time around, I was really open to the idea of embracing minimalism than I had before, more so than before. Before it was my goal was I was trying to hustle. This time around, after I'd hustled hard, you know, with reading all these business books and trying to do my own thing and, you know, whatever, I was ready to kind of go into Zen mode and just enjoy simplicity, because I think that's kind of when you start to appreciate simplicity, when you go full out in one end of the spectrum, going ham and being extremely busy and wanting everything and to swinging the other way and being able to really appreciate the nothingness. I think before I wasn't ready to embrace minimalism because I hadn't gone all out. So I would have viewed nothing as laziness, you know, or not doing anything. But once I went full ham and hustled, and I realized that, you know what, it's extremely stressful and there's no happiness in there, then I was okay, in the other swing of things, I felt I was now ready to embrace simplicity, because I felt I've already tasted what the other side is now I'm ready to taste simplicity. So that's just life, you know, going through phases, simplicity, non-simplicity, complicity, complicatedness, and, you know. Number three, enjoying an empty room. Once I started enjoying an empty room, I felt like I got better at the art of letting go. I felt like I could let go of something because I realized that I really enjoyed an empty room. I kind of realized that, how to put this? I could like let go of stuff and I would continue living. I would still be alive, you know, like after I experienced several earthquakes in Taiwan, nothing serious, but I realized the fragility of life. I realized that, you know what, like an empty room is safe. For one, if I'm gonna live in Taiwan, you know, it's safe. And two, in the non, you know, like in the metaphorical sense, an empty room is extremely calming, and I feel like I could be like alive in a room. When you're in a messy room and that's a cluttered room, you feel stifled. You feel kind of like dead. You feel like not alive. The same way that like a empty room, just like it breathes life. There's space. There's just like an abundance. I don't know, like. And that really helped me let go of material things, you know, like I was able to kind of like let go of makeup too, because I was kind of enjoying having an empty room. I don't know if that makes any sense. Just less clutter, you know, because it wasn't just makeup, it was all the things related to makeup too that were like taking up space. But once I let go of that, I found that I had a lot more space, also time-wise, and all the time is spent, you know, with makeup. Got rid of that too. Okay, number 4. Beautiful things. So in terms of like the art of letting go, once I realized that I just wanted to be surrounded by the things that I love, even functionality, I used to say that as long as something was functional and beautiful, I don't even bother with that. If it's beautiful, guys, if it brings me joy, if it makes me happy, I'll keep it. And if it doesn't, even if it's functional, I don't give a shit. I get rid of it. I don't want it. I don't need it. I just keep the things that really make me happy, because you know what? Honestly, at the end of the day, guys, life is really short. So you might as well just be surrounded by beautiful things. You can have something that's beautiful and functional, but don't bother with functional things that aren't beautiful. We're visual creatures. Let's be surrounded by the things that we love. In the sense that it doesn't, like, if it's beautiful to you. Okay, and number 5, a simple routine. I was able to let go of a lot of things because things cost me time, in the sense that I have to like spend my time on it. And that was something that I felt like before, when I wasn't trying to like make my YouTube thing a thing. When I had more time, I felt like I could afford the time to deal with the material stuff, like maybe like cleaning them, maintaining them, whatever. But once I started like realizing that that was time being taken away from my YouTube channel, I was like, no, I don't need it, screw it. So I got rid of it. A simple routine means so much more to me because I'm starting to realize that my time is extremely valuable. So why would I waste it on material things? So I figured I just want a simple routine. You know, if I come home, I was gonna wipe off my face, wash off my face, and that's it. I don't have to be like makeup removing and then exfoliating and then cleaning and then toning and then it's like, screw that, man. Same thing with my clothes. If I have a small amount of clothes, I can do laundry, you know, at a regular rate, and it's a quick thing. And then folding is also a quick thing, and it's just like bang, 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 and it's like the bare essentials, you know, as opposed to a lot of clothes, and then I gotta do laundry more often, and then I gotta folding that much more clothes takes that much more time. When I have a simpler routine, I feel like because I value the simple routine, letting go of things is a lot easier. It's also a lot easier not bringing things back into my life because I don't want to deal with it. So I value the simple routine. So that also keeps me from bringing the art of not bringing things back in. Okay, number 6. Desiring less has definitely helped with me being able to let go of things and also not bringing things back into my life. There's that quote by that guy who did the garage thing with his kid. He was like, desiring less is more valuable than owning less, because yeah, you get rid of stuff but you still desire stuff. You're still going to bring stuff back into your life. So I started desiring less. I started practicing that. I started practicing when I came back to Tianjin. When I came back to China, I was like, I want less. I want to just enjoy what I have, and I want to not desire things. I want to just fully enjoy something till it's completely worn out and we part our ways, and I can show gratitude and tell that item thank you for having provided that long of a service. We had great memories together. I never looked at other shoe, shirt, makeup while I was with you. I cherished this time that we had together. And I'm like, that is just such a much cooler and more authentic way to live life with me and my material possessions than always being like, you're not enough, because I'm always busy thinking about whatever it is that's in the store. Like, what the fuck? That's just such a shitty way to live life. So I felt like when I desire less, what I own has more value to me. And isn't that great? I don't know. I think it's like a really good feeling when I look at my stuff and I'm just like, hey, you know what? What I have is great and I love the stuff that I have. Like, it's, you have a sense of pride thinking, I have awesome shit, you know, as opposed to my shit's not enough and I want more. Living like that sucked and I didn't want to live like that anymore. The next point, filling in the void. So, I was afraid to not desire things because I thought, oh God, what if I don't desire things? It's just gonna be me and my current stuff. What do I do? I'm gonna be stagnant. I'm just gonna be existing in this void. But, yeah, you know what? That void freed up a lot of time, gave me a lot more time, and trust, you'll find things to do with your void. You'll explore and learn new things about yourself. You'll learn new things. Like, you're gonna have more time to do other things. Like, trust, that void is a nice thing to have. Having time for other things is a really good thing. I thought I'd be stagnant. I've actually improved so much in this void that I'm just like, oh, thank the Lord I got rid of desire. I've been improving on my Mandarin. I started learning Korean. My skin's a lot better because now that I don't do makeup. Time-wise, I have so much more time. My YouTube channel game is on point. I'm like clocking in, filming like 3-4 videos, and I'm editing 3 or 4 videos a day. It's just like, wow, this void was the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm so glad that I let go of my obsession with material things and desiring material things. The next point, my mentality. Wow, guys, it's such a mental detox to finally stop desiring material things, like finally like letting go, like the art of like letting go of desire. It's just like, when I don't have to be thinking about that stuff, I can focus my attention on other stuff. So like now I focus more on my diet and being healthy and focusing on my YouTube channel, focusing on keeping the room clean. My room looks great. It's super clean, super organized because I have less clutter. And it just, when I come home, I feel so mentally at peace. Like, I feel so good. I feel so relaxed. I'm just like, wow, yeah, this is great. This is really nice. Like, I can't believe, before I'd be like stressed out about everything. Everything stressed me out. Nothing important. Like, wasn't even important. It was just every little small thing stressed the shit out of me. I couldn't, I was like, ugh. And I thought it was me. I thought this was just my personality. But once I let go of it all, I was like, guys, I feel fucking amazing. It's like being, oh, I've never smoked marijuana, so I wouldn't know, but I guess this is what feeling high must be like, because it feels great. You feel laid back, and you know what, you just feel so chill, and there's just such mental clarity and peace, like you wouldn't believe. Yeah. Okay, the next point, I've lost count. I don't know, what is this? Whatever, the number will be there. Peace. I feel inner peace. This is different from like happiness. I felt like when I used to buy material things, I'd be happy in the moment when I bought it and a little bit after, and then the peace, like that happiness would just fade, and I'd be like, ah, man, and so I'd have to go out and buy more. But when I just started, you know, letting go of things, material things, and letting go of like expectations, and letting go of just all of the things, just letting go of things, you know, mental and physical, I experienced peace. And peace is a completely different feeling from happiness. Peace is like, I don't know how to explain it, guys. For those of you who've experienced it, you know what I'm talking about. Peace is like, I want to say it feels like it has a feeling of nothing, but that sounds awful. That sounds like depression. Peace is like, I guess this is kind of similar to what I experienced. The first time I tasted peace is when I went to the temple. The church never gave me a sense of peace, but the temple gave me a sense of peace because they put an emphasis on nothing. They put an emphasis on just like accepting and just being in the now and in the present and all of that mental, you know, zenness, and it's a really good thing. So when I, you know, if you guys want to, I don't know which way it goes. If you let go of stuff, you'll experience peace, or if you have peace, you'll realize that you can let go of stuff. I don't know which way it goes, but yeah, that definitely helped with me having let go of stuff. The next one is when I practiced feeling in abundance, I was able to let go. Once I, you know, indulged a little in makeup, I was kind of like, I'm ready to let go of makeup entirely. There wasn't that feeling of like stinginess. Once I got my finances in order and I felt like I'm good with money, then all of a sudden I felt I didn't have to keep shopping all the time. I felt like when I had no money, I felt like I wanted to shop all the time. When I felt like I couldn't eat enough, I felt like I kept overeating. So once I practiced abundance, it really helped with the art of letting go. Once I felt like I had more than enough, And it makes sense, right? When you feel like you have like a lot of stuff, it's easy to let go of stuff. So once I felt like when I practiced mentality of like abundance, I felt like, yeah, it's really easy to let go of stuff. And then the next point is clarity. Once I felt clarity in terms of knowing what's really important to me, and it's not material stuff, it was really easy to let go of a lot of things. And a lot of things related to material things and the things that they symbolized. Whether it be, I thought my makeup was going to help me have 1 million followers on Instagram. It's really embarrassing to admit these things to you guys. But because of the art of letting go, I'm also letting go of like certain emotions. I'm not afraid to be embarrassed or ashamed. All of these things, I also let go of stress eating. I used to be really stressed out, and so I would like eat, and it was just an awful combination. But once I let go of being ashamed, then I started to voice what I felt when I was stressed. And then once I voiced it, then I wasn't stress eating. I didn't feel like eating anymore, so I stopped stress eating. I only ate when I was hungry. And that was like really nice. And I think that's in part of like letting go of things. Once I let go of my shame, I no longer felt ashamed to voice my unhappiness. Whether it be like, maybe if I got in a fight with Will, I could just tell Will straight up what upset me instead of stress eating. And I also let go of my shame. I was able to tell Will, well, you know what? I stress eat. And then he realized, and there were times when then he'd be like, you're stressed out. Are you stress eating? And I wasn't ashamed anymore to be like, hide it. I'd be like, yeah, I am stress eating. So then he's like, okay, give me the food. And it's just like all of these things. In a material sense, I let go of a lot of things. You guys want to see in my drawer. My makeup drawer has 3 tools. Plucking unwanted hair, curler, this thingy, and what is this? Sunscreen. Yeah, I let go of makeup. And it's been really freeing. And the last one, number 12, pressure. When I don't have pressure, when I decided like no pressure on myself, I decided to stop putting pressure on myself, I was able to like let go of stuff. Once I stopped putting pressure on myself that I was supposed to make, I was supposed to like use social media to like up my business, and my YouTube channel has to be monetized ASAP. And once I let go of all of these silly notions, and I was like, I'm just gonna focus on 1, the journey. 2, if you guys see my videos, 2018 is a year of fun, and just it's a year of fun. I was like, once I started having fun and just like living my life, and I let go of all of these like pressures that I kept putting on myself, and I was like, if they come, they come. If they don't come, it doesn't matter. Because we all die in the end, so it doesn't matter. So long as I have the bare basics of I have clothes on my back, food in the table, and money in the bank, then we good, son. So I was like, yeah, once I got rid of the pressures that I kept putting on myself, then I felt like all the other things that I had in my life, because I didn't have those pressures anymore, those things were excess and I could let go of it. I'm like, if I get hearts or likes on Instagram, great. If I don't, great. I don't give a shit. I barely even open the app anymore. I don't even know why I still have it. I kind of use it like a photo diary for myself. But yeah, I let go of all those things, and I feel so much more free. Anyway, if you like this video, all that I ask is that you subscribe, and thank you for having watched. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!